All right, I'm visiting with Helen Larsen today. Miss Helen, can you tell me a little of your family background with First Lutheran Church? Where did your family move from to here?
We moved from Spencer, Iowa. That's Herb's hometown. That was in 1957 we moved here. But we joined the church right after we moved here.
Your maiden name was Richter.
Helen Marie Richter.
Came here in 57. Who was the pastor?
Pastor Helberg.
Robert W. Helberg. Have you been involved in any of the First Lutheran youth groups?
Herb and I was involved with Anna Louise folks with the youth group. At that time we had probably over 30 kids. Let's see. We had married couples club. That was so much fun. Played cards and did things that way. And well, I joined the Ladies' Aid and worked out the fair. Now that was on the Texas side, and we worked in sawdust and everything else because we had a big tent. But we made a lot of friends out there. When we moved over to the Arkansas side, our menus increased. It was because it was indoors. Mm-hmm. And Bill Strobel and Ewalt Byer and her built that building. And Andrew's folks died in 1975, and I was in charge of the fair until 1994.
You had 3 youngsters. What was it like getting 3 babies ready for church?
It wasn't easy, but they went. I mean, I brought them even when they got to be teenagers. Our law by their daddy, if you go out on Saturday night, come in late, 12 o'clock was the deadline. Mm-hmm. You went to church next morning.
Can you remember what confirmation class was like for your youngsters? Do you remember who their teachers were?
Well, Pastor Helberg was their teachers.
For all 3 of your kids? Okay. What about when Pastor Helberg left after all those years? How did the congregation respond?
Oh, we all hated it. We really did, because he was such a loving and caring person.
Yes.
And we got so used to him for 35 years, goodness.
Can you think of persons who've influenced you?
Oh, yeah. Well, Miss Folks was one of them. And then there were so many. Miss Edzards, Flora. And Wanda Franz.
Are there any other memories about First Lutheran that you'd like to share with us before we wind down?
Well, I think our church is a loving all over. I mean, the whole congregation is a loving family.
Where do you think we'll be in 10 or 15 or 25 years from now?
Oh, I don't know. I hope growing, really. If we can just get members. And I think if everyone does as Pastor asked them to do, we will grow some.
Right. I think his theme over the next several weeks will be mission and trying to get more people into our congregation. Yeah. Well, thank you for your input. I appreciate your talking to us today.
Okay, thank you. I love the Cowboys. And I love my Longhorns.